Happy Friday, Medina City Schools. This is Superintendent Sable with a Superintendent's Desk update. Today, I've got many topics that I want to cover with you. My goal with these updates is to keep them brief and to the point. So I'm going to do the best job that I can, but we've got a lot of news that's going on. The first update that I wanted to provide you is regarding our Board of Education meeting. I just want to make sure everybody is aware that our regular Board of Education meeting has been moved up 1 week. That is to make adjustments for board members and administrators' holiday schedules. It is a busy time of year, so fortunately we're able to pull the whole board together on Monday night. Excellence in Educational Leadership Award. I have to send a huge congratulations out to Dr. Chris Kwolek. She has been recognized by Leadership Medina County for excellence in education leadership. It's a well-deserved honor. We had an outstanding dinner in order to recognize her as well as other outstanding leaders across Medina County just this past week. Want to address last week's transportation incident. I sent a letter home to all of our parents regarding the issue that occurred last Friday. I just wanted to reiterate with you that that driver of that bus is not a district employee. We contract some of our transportation services out to outside companies, which is what we did in this case. We typically do that when we have to transport students a long distance on a daily basis, or it's more cost effective for us to do that. This is a company that we have been contracting with for almost 15 years without incident. When we contract with an outside company, there are high expectations set for drivers in terms of their driving records and expectations for safety. Outside companies actually have to follow a very similar process that we have to as a district in terms of background checking drivers, making sure they're trained and making sure they have no major violations. We do not background check drivers from outside organizations. We rely on the companies that we're contracting with in order to go ahead and do that. Typically what the state does is it looks back 6 years at someone's record. In looking back at this driver's record for the last 6 years, there was no history of any violations. I can tell you that we are very disappointed with the company. We have made that clear with them. We are waiting for them to finish up their work in terms of investigation, as well as Medina Police Department as well. That driver is not and will not transport our students, and we are going to take every step possible to ensure the future safety and the continued safety of our students. And if we deem that a company is not able to provide that for our students, we will no longer continue to do business with them. So I wanted to make sure you know that we are taking this very seriously. We are making decisions to ensure the safety of our students in the future. We have a community chat coming up next week on Tuesday. We're going to be holding that over at Garfield Elementary School at 4 o'clock. Just like the last time, we are going to broadcast it live where you're able to submit questions and have live feedback throughout the chat. We also welcome you to come and take part in the chat. We still like to see community members there, but we're going to look at some of the great things that are happening over at Garfield Elementary School. I'd like to wish all of our students in the coming weeks good luck. State testing is starting in a week or so. And I know that can be stressful on students. I want to make sure that they get a good breakfast and a good night's sleep before they come in for testing. Take a deep breath. I have no doubt they're going to do an outstanding job. Our students work hard. They do well on a regular basis in our classrooms, and that has historically reflected in how they have done on state tests. This brings me to discussion about graduation requirements. One of the state tests that our students are going to be participating in at the high school level are end of course exams. Students accumulate points depending on how well they do on these end of course exams, and that makes them eligible for graduation per the state of Ohio. A big concern that has been out there for school districts and parents as well, high school parents, is the pathways that students can follow in order to meet graduation requirements. The amount of points that students have been required to earn by the state of Ohio have not necessarily been realistic for all the programming that our students are going through. What the state did last year is they offered some alternative pathways to help lead students towards graduation. Currently, those pathways are not in place, so it's much more difficult for students to graduate and earn all of the points that they need. We have been proactively working with the state of Ohio and with our local legislators, as well as the Ohio Department of Education, in order to make sure that they are aware of our concerns with the graduation requirements. I recently learned that there is some new legislation that is going to be recommended, I'm hoping soon, that will implement some of the alternative pathways, which is beneficial for students across the state of Ohio. It's my feeling that we offer a strong level of academics here at Medina City Schools, and this should be a local decision, in my opinion, in terms of students graduating. We know the kind of programming our students are going through, as well as the progress they're making throughout their academic career. We have a better understanding of where our students are and where they're performing than a single test or single end of course exam is able to display. So we will continue to be advocates for our students, as well as the decisions we're making towards graduation. I hope everybody has an outstanding weekend. I know I'm going to be getting into the holiday festivities with my family. Our plan this weekend is to put up our tree. I wish everybody a happy holiday, and we will be in touch with you with more news as the year goes on. Thank you and have a good day.